let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the episode. So, we got murder mystery gone wrong. We got a mother trying to save her daughter, but end up getting herself stuck into this trap. Now the daughter didn't actually do it. The mother actually committed a crime, and she don't understand that you already got several strikes against you from this DA, but you trying to protect your daughter. You got stuck into the hole. Your daughter unfortunately got pushed away from the hole. You fell into the hole. Now you sitting up here stuck and wondering what's going on with you and how you can find a way to escape yourself from this hole that you then dug for your own self. Sammy, I love you, but honey, you gonna have to eat this one. You gonna have to eat this one. You realize you trying to protect Allie, you want to start yourself up 10 times more worse than you actually could have did for yourself. You know, when you picked up that gunshot residue on your hands and your clothes, actually he was dead. That best can be considered overkill because you shot him again. So what you gonna tell Trash? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm innocent. I didn't mean no harm. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Sorry. Please, Trash, don't send me to the bad prison. What you gonna do, Sam, man? Because I'm a little confused on how you were trying to save your daughter, but ended up setting your own silly behind. I understand you trying to protect your daughter. I'ma give you that. Who wouldn't try to protect their daughter? I'm going to give you that one. I'm going to let you have that one. However, did you ever think that, you shooting the man, gunpowder on your hands and clothes, he was already dead, wasn't no threat to you whatsoever, but you decided to pull the trigger anyways? Did you ever think that that might come back to bite you in your behind? See, you do stuff and don't think about it. I bet you now if you can go back in that apartment again, I bet you wish you would have thought before you actually did what you did. Now, your daughter might be innocent, but you're not. Like Rafe said, he can try to help you, but Rafe ain't gonna help you. We already know Trash got a hard on for you. We already know Trash gonna run with this confession. You might have not meant it. You might have not meant it. You might have been playing around, joking. This was coming the hour for you. He, ha, 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 ha. But guess what, Sammy? You might be going down for this one, baby. And I can't say I don't feel sorry for you because you done too much. And we understand protecting daughter, but why would you fire that gun? I'm still stuck on why you fired that gun. Couldn't you just could have kicked him or something? Why pick up a loaded gun and then shoot? A kick would have sufficed enough for anybody. Or cuss him out or something. I mean, did you really have to do that? And now your daughter didn't do it. Now you sit up there looking like a big old idiot because Lucas said, nah, she ain't do it. I talked to her. She told me she didn't do it. Yeah, she went to the apartment. Yeah, she confronted him with the gun. But as for, trying to shoot him or attempted to shoot him, she didn't do it. She basically backed up. Well, she didn't back up. She actually got scared again, hand him the gun. He talked the gun after hopping her up the first few minutes. Then she, I guess, peed on herself and ran out the door. So, yeah, she ain't do it, but Sammy, good luck. I mean, really. So, we know it ain't you. We know it ain't Allie. So that still leave not Lucas. That still leave John, Ava, Nicole, um, Ava's son, Trip. That still leave a whole lot of witness. I mean, this gonna go on for about, maybe 2 more weeks if we lucky. Cause this gonna be a long murder mystery. He got a whole, and the way that man apartment stayed busy, you would have thought he was doing something he had no business doing. He had gas after gas after gas and knocking on his door waiting to confront him. You would have thought he was a hot ticket concert or something that night. So we still got a whole lot of suspects to go through. We still got a whole lot of who done it going on. Um, I will say, Ava, you looking mighty guilty, but we already know that Trip got the best of you how many times now? So yeah, I don't think you were strong enough to pull that trigger. You probably acted like you want to pull that trigger like Allie, but you ain't got the balls to do it. So I don't believe you do it. I do, however, believe you tried to, but you didn't do it. I will give you that. You had the balls to go confront him, maybe pull a gun or whatever. But as for pulling the trigger and doing the job, nah, my princess. The way that boy hindered you how many times now, I don't think you had the balls to do it. So, and Rafe, I blame you for giving Sammy all this attention. That woman ain't had this much attention in how long? And she come back to town, and come back to town, and now she involved in a murder mystery. She trying to protect her daughter. She playing and toying with you, basically playing in your face the whole entire time when you could have settled this how many days ago. All you had to do is lock Sammy behind up. She sooner or later she would have had to confess. You was married to Sammy, so I'm pretty sure you know how to crack cuff. You really wanted to. So I don't understand all these games you was giving her. And at what point do you finally tell Sammy, okay, enough is enough? I'm done with your games. I'm done with your BS, and handle her with a long hand spoon to make her get what you want out of her. I mean, Ref, you married her. I mean, not once but twice, so you should know how to hit the hem and hit it in the right spot and crack that shell on and knock that protective shell off of her. So I don't understand why you played around and tore around with her and let her play with you like that. I don't get it, but okay, I understand you had to do what you had to do. You had to try with the nice approach. You tried with the alley. Here she come busting into the interrogation room, asking you why you questioning her daughter, broke that up, and you sat there and basically let her break that up. You didn't escort Sammy out of the interrogation room. You basically let Sammy have her way when you were trying to protect her daughter, and she basically told you what she gonna do in your police station that you're running, and you actually let her get away with it. So at this point, Rafe, I blame you for all these games she playing. Cause if you were smart, you would have been stopped her. And you would have been got to the bottom of this by now. Besides waiting all this time, wasting all this time. I think I got it all out now. Now let's go back to two frenemies that don't like each other. One can't get over her sister and what she did to her. Abigail want to be fake and team up with Gabby again, even though Gabby already left her to the slaughter. She wouldn't take a second chance at the bad because she feel like Gwen is guilty and she want to get her and she must pay for what she did. Even though you putting all this pressure on your daddy, telling your dad to pick a daughter, either you or her, and you don't got no right to tell nobody that in the first place. But like Gabby said, Abigail, I'm just waiting for the clock to start ticking before you lose your mind. Like Gabby tried to tell you, like, when are you going to give this up? Abigail, this is not you. For real, this is not you. When have you ever been this hard on for revenge on somebody? This is your sister, for crying out loud. Even though she didn't act like a sister coming into town, still, now that you know that's your sister, why don't you try to make Jack life a little bit more easier and try to get along with the little girl? Why don't you just try? I mean, is this revenge thing really that important to you? You must know whether she killed your grandmother or not. You must get to the bottom of this. She must confess to drugging you, even though there's no proof of saying that she did or not. You must get the truth. Now, we know you're an investigative journalist, but Abigail, you finna run yourself ragged, crazy, and you finna start pulling your hair out by the strings. it's obvious you either not on your meds or you're not taking them, or basically you so hung up on getting Gwen back that you neglecting everything in your life, including trying to get your husband back. So let's see which one take over her the words. It is hard on she got for Gwen, not getting over it, not moving on, trying to make life easier for her and her kids, and moving on with your life. I mean, basically, you got what you want, and I mean, at this point, you just being foolish, still bothering with that woman, even though you didn't got caught the first time trying to do this plan, and then Gabby threw you all the way under the bus, threw you all the way down there to the basement. But yet you want to team up with her because you want to get back at Gwen so bad, and you wouldn't break up somebody else so-called happy home, Kate and Jake happy home, that you wouldn't risk all that just to get the truth from your sister. Even though she know how to push every single one of your buttons, she barely know you, but she know enough to get on your nerves and aggravate you, and get on your last. Abigail, just give it up. I mean, at this point, I'm tired of seeing you trying. Focus on your husband and your life. Move on, put a period. Gwen, of course, won't Jack in her life, even though she an adult and she don't really need him in her life no more. She willing to try and, have Jack into her life. And you sitting right here trying to get revenge on somebody that's basically not stunning you or want to be bothered with you. She's trying to agree to her terms that Drac put down to her, that letting this thing go. You, however, got a problem with this because Jack taking her side. So now you mad at Jack because Jack want to make it work between both of y'all, and you best to putting pressure on this man. You apply too much pressure, you gonna be the one looking like the idiot, Abigail. So if I was you, I'd sit down and I sit down and think about what you playing around with. Not only is you playing around with your marriage, this your daddy. You so-called love him. You love your daddy. You want that relationship with your daddy, but you willing to sacrifice everything, willing to try to play with this man, hold this man against everything, make him take your side, forget Gwen, when this man already made it obvious how many times that he loved both of y'all. But you want to try and press this man, make this man say, I'm the favorite, not her. You take my side, not her. So keep right on playing around with that, Abigail. And I promise you, you're not going to like the results. Like at this point, give up that revenge, man. Just give it up and move on with your life. At this point, you look foolish and ridiculous. And two people already told you what going down this road gonna get you. You don't want to take their advice, especially coming from Gabby. Gabby should know where you leading now and where this road gonna lead you down. Maybe that's what you need to happen. Maybe you need to lose everything. And maybe you will see then if this whole revenge against your sister is worth it at this point, because you didn't got the ultimatums. Two people then warned you what's gonna happen. You want to be hard-headed, go right on ahead. They then redid the Demera mention, and I must say that the Demera mention was looking dusty. It's like it was looking dusty, drapey. I mean, looking like an old castle. But that new design that they put on that Demera mention, y'all got it going on for the near future. Y'all, whoever designed that, they did their thing that the mirror mentioned. And I was also so surprised and shocked that Jake and Chad can actually get along and have a conversation and actually talk and, get along. And Jake basically saying he loved Katie, he ain't gonna break her heart or whatnot. And Chad basically telling him, you better not. And Jake said that Kate is very special to him, and he don't want to break her heart and all that. And Chad basically saying, yeah, don't do that. She done been through a lot. If you really love her, love her. If you don't let her go, basically Chad telling him basically to ride it. You gonna have to go through me, because I consider her as a mother to me. You basically dating her. I'm okay with it. I can't say nothing. Y'all both grown. I ain't Kate mother, dad, so I can't tell her what to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all date, let y'all see where it go, and move on from there. So it was nice to see them actually have a conversation and actually talk without going after each other's throat. So I kind of appreciated that. What else? Not Rave. Sarah and Xander. Now, Xander, as much as I consider you annoying, as much as can't stand you at times, I would at least expected and at least thought you would have had enough with all them muscles and that big head of yours. You will put up a bigger fight than what you're putting up when it comes to, the woman you was about to marry. I was expecting a big fight for you. In fact, I was expecting you to be very annoying to me. Very annoying that I had to fast forward because you were working on my nerves type. I was expecting that, Xander. So you okay with Sarah basically, well, Kristen in them things, so you okay with that. You basically gonna run with that what Kristen basically told you. You're not gonna try, you're not gonna harass her, you're not gonna try to be around her, you're not gonna try to have conversations with her, you're not gonna have Maggie or anybody else try to interfere, try to talk sense into her. None of that. You just gonna give up. You just gonna accept that she going back to Reds. You just gonna accept that and not try to fight. So what's the point of having all these muscles if you're not gonna fight for your woman? What's the point? So basically that's just what show them muscles and them abs. You're not gonna fight for your woman. You just gonna sit there and allow her. Oh, okay. Xander, I expected a whole lot of worse from you this week. For real, I was expecting a whole lot worse. I was expecting you, truly I was, for you to get on my last nerve. The fact that you didn't do that, I'm very highly disappointed in you, Xander. I at least wanted you to at least try to fight for your woman. The woman you so-called love, even though that's not really her, that's Kristen in a wig or a mask. I was at least expecting a big fight from you. I'm disappointed, highly disappointed in you, Xander, that you didn't even try to give up a fight. And Reds, how can I put this nicely? You an idiot if you think for 1 second that just cause you had 2 seconds of, excitement in the bed with Sarah that y'all gonna get back together, y'all gonna leave town together, and she gonna leave Xander for you. You an idiot, Red. So that's all I got to say about that. You really thought you got Sarah back home? In your mind, you really think Sarah yours again? Oh, she left Xander for you, and she's yours again. We gonna leave Salem for a fresh start. But when she came back with that big old what are we gonna chest? I guess that's what we gonna call it. And she basically she basically told you that, yeah, I don't want you to come looking for me. I need time, I need space, and all that other mess she said. You realized and you said, well, you weren't saying that before, or now you're saying this. What happened? We almost had a night of passion. What's going on from there to now? And now all of a sudden you don't want to be around me. You telling me to leave you alone. You need space and all this other mess you're talking about. Like I said, Rich, you're an idiot. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm moving along. I'm moving along for now. Now that little fight between Sarah and Kristen, I'm just gonna say it. That wasn't even much no fight. I give you struggle, but that wasn't no fight. And so the first crime being committed down there was Gwen being held hostage by Abigail and Gabby. They left a syringe down there, which made room for Sarah, the grab a syringe, called herself trying to, inject Kristen with that syringe, but somehow Kristen overpowers her. She end up going through the motion, thinking that she's seeing Xander and all this and all that, and of course Kristen running along with it, and basically Sarah brain for to get fried. Like, that wasn't even much worth the fight. Didn't even one of them know what was in that syringe, but they're sitting around here running around here and playing around with it like it's a liquid gold or something in it. So I guess the christening, nice dress lining, but you know what, a little bit too scandalous. I mean, that high cut, that cut should have been a little lower. I mean, you would have thought this was your wedding day. But it was a nice dress. I mean, the christening, the twins, and Lonnie, I'm disappointed in you too. That is your auntie. You didn't have the balls to tell your auntie that you might have went too far with the whole thinking you was the godmother. Godmother, whatever it is. You went too far with that, and it's really Julie, not you. And somebody else that's not a part of the family, that's connected to the family by, either friend, relations, or whatever, had to have the balls to tell them that I couldn't even much tell my own aunt that she's not really the godparents or whatever it was, that somebody else is and not you. Like I said, it was a nice christening. It was wonderful. I actually enjoyed it and saw all the way through that. It was nice all the way around. The gifts, that was nice. Lonnie, you'll be a fool not to take that check. Basically, your kids' future are being signed with that check. But I kind of understand why you don't want, you wouldn't want it, but you might want to think about that between now and before they turn 18 and go off to college. You'll be crazy not to take at least half of that, half of their college being paid for already, and at least not all of their college being paid for, because like they said, a cop salary, you can't afford no college. And I hate to see y'all's child and the kids want to go to college and they can't because y'all can't afford it. So you better at least take 10% of whatever she offering you for their college. I mean, it's only fair. It's only fair. Then we met her daughter. Basically, she cut her off. She can't run into Salem. She sought Claire up with the whole champagne thing. Then tried to leave her with the bill. Claire confronted her. Basically, it turned into a whole lot of a mess. And then before it got even harder, here come Lonnie, and then Eli, and then Paulina and her child to save her child. So, can't wait the next week and see what they got in store for us. I think I got talked about everything besides the Ben. Oh yeah, and Ben, I'm disappointed in you too. Somebody else had to tell you to fight for your wife. Really? Jake, your best friend, had to tell you. You know what? I ain't much to talk about it. It's a shame, Ben. You finally got your wife back. She don't remember you. She remembers you as the necktie killer, and you ain't got enough common sense in your brain not to fight for your wife, not to stay away. Try your hardest for her to remember you. Somebody else had to tell you to do this. You can think of this of your own. Really, Ben. But you know what? Whatever. Sooner or later, she'll snap out of it. It's only a matter of time. Now we need Hope to come back wherever she hiding from, for she can see her daughter that she thought was dead, and she went running off looking for her daughter. But other than that, that's about all that happened this week. So, anyways, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. Have a good weekend, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.